Cream cheese. Ah! Not my Bible. My camera's on my Bible. I want no food on my Bible. Hey Naturals. So today is a different type of video. I'm going to be doing a get to know you while I make my protein cookies for the week. So Tobias and my sister sent me a couple of questions that I possibly could answer. And so while I'm making my cookies, I'll go through them and we'll get to it, guys. We'll get to know me and see what I'm about, see why I'm here, what's going on in my life, and any updates. Okay, guys, let's get to it.
Nothing to discuss more. I get the remedy for.
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna be making some peanut butter protein cookies. I learned this recipe, believe it or not, at the clinic that I'm working at. We bake a lot too with some kiddos, and yeah, I learned it's like it's peanut butter, it's vanilla extract, sugar. I'm not gonna be using sugar. I'm gonna be using, hold on, like a stevia, Truvia. I'm gonna be using Truvia, and so Truvia, peanut butter. Now I'm trying to remember the recipe. Oh my goodness. Guys, my memory has been like shot. I'm not even gonna lie. Truvia, peanut butter. I am using my protein powder. Since I've been here, I've been using this type of protein. This is not my usual, and I tend to use like the more organic, non-whey protein because milk just does something to me. I don't know. So, I mean, should I put in? Maybe I'm gonna put in some peptides, collagen peptides, and we'll see how it goes. They do not put this when we bake with the kids, but I figured that since I wanna make some protein cookies, I feel like sometimes during the week I'm just going, and I keep on forgetting not to, I don't wanna say not to eat, but like not to eat. So I kind of don't really have a good full meal until I get home, which is not really good for your body, right? But I do try to get that protein milkshake in the morning, but work gets so busy sometimes that I just like, I'm on the go. So we're gonna use those, sugar that, and we have to get our measuring cups. I've learned so believe it or not, guys, I'm all spitting. Believe it or not, before I got to Alaska, I didn't do much cooking. And from working with kids, you know, some of them have like, you know, different life skill goals. So you got to work on cooking. You got to work on like, you know, folding clothes, laundry. So if they want to learn how to cook chicken Alfredo, you got to help them cook chicken Alfredo, you know? This is what we're about. So it kind of pushes me to do a little bit better too. So first we're going to put some peanut butter in, one cup of peanut butter. I do need a mixing bowl. I don't know. Let's do this. Hold on. We're going to use this. Would you believe I still don't know where things are here? And I've been living here for what, 2 months? And I'm still lost in the sauce. Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Jo Natural, aka Jolisa, aka Jo. A lot of people call me just Jo. It is my nickname. It's been my nickname since childhood, in school, in high school, college, and my friends now still call me Jo. So let me get to it. So my sister and Tobias, like I said, sent me some questions that I possibly could answer because apparently I'm supposed to be doing a get to know you. People are supposed to know me. Why not? So let's do the first one. This is a double question. Where am I from? And do I speak any different languages? Ooh, where do you think I'm from? Do I sound like I'm from somewhere special? Do I? I am from Philadelphia, okay? I'm from Philly, home of the Eagles. No, yeah, I'm from Philadelphia. I was born in New York, and my parents are Guyanese, so I'm technically Guyanese. I do not speak any type of languages, but my parents do. I feel like my parents had an accent when I was growing up, and there would be times where we would go to like different places, and they're like talking to the individual, or me and my mom were going shopping, and they're not understanding what she's saying. So it's kind of like she spoke a different language, but she does not. It's just because, like, you know, sometimes, you know, when you come from different countries, you have like a strong accent, and yeah, and it make it seem like you speak something else, but you do not. So I do not speak another language at all, at all. Ooh, so I'm doing 1 cup of peanut butter, guys, putting that in. Delicious. Let me see if I can push you guys back so you kind of can see what I'm doing a little bit more. If not, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. So we're doing peanut butter. Now I'm doing 1 cup of sugar. Substitute. But I think, I don't know. At the clinic, we do 1 cup of sugar. But I wonder if, because the sweetener is like usually more sweet than sugar. I wonder if it's going to come out too sweet, but whatever. Let's do it anyway. 1 cup. Don't try this at home. So yeah, I don't speak any type of other languages. So to answer that question, and I am from Philly. Parents are from Guyana. Okay. Oh, this looks so crazy. Just look at this. Crazy. Ooh, ooh. Mm. Oh my gosh. Okay. This looks like a Tobias question. Oh my goodness. It's like sugar in my mouth. This is a Tobias question because it's OT related. What inspired me to be an occupational therapist? Where have you traveled and why Alaska? This is a 2-part question, honey. What inspired me to be an OT? So, guys, I wanted to be a teacher, okay? I'm about to get an egg. Hold on. I wanted to be a teacher. And I went to school, got my, associate's degree, and to be a teacher. I was in a family full of teachers. I love kids. Kids are fun. It feels like you're not even working when you're working with them, that they're hilarious. They say the darndest things, right? Like, why not? And yeah, so I wanted to be a teacher at first, and I was working at a facility for children with CP, cerebral palsy. And at the clinic, there were like OTs, speech therapists, physical therapists. At the time, I didn't know what OT was, But to me, on the outside looking in, I'm like, wow, like, the teachers sometimes have it a little hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, to manage like 20 kids? Come on now. And then sometimes it's just you. Sometimes you have an assistant. It's still a lot, right? So I was a teacher's assistant there, and I just got to see what the teacher did and how frustrating it could be. But again, your love is your love, and this is why you do it. But, I saw the OT come in, and the OT would come in and she would take a kid and then she would walk away, right? So I get to watching the OT. To me, it looked like play, right? It looked like the same thing the teacher was doing. I was like, so I got to researching it, and I said, you know what? They get to work with 1 kid at a time, not 58. I'm gonna do that. So that's where I started. And then at that time again, I had my associates in ECE, and then I went to Penn State, got my bachelor's, and went on to Massachusetts for OT school. So that is that. To unpack that question. What was the second question? Okay. where have you traveled? Sorry. Where have you traveled and why travel to Alaska? Child, I have traveled so many places, like from elementary school, not elementary school, what am I talking about? High school. From high school, right? Like I was a part of, so I went to Christian high school and I was part of the missionary group. So I joined that group because again, like from a young age, I feel like I loved to travel. So that's what I would do. Like that's like something that like would interest me. So did a lot of traveling with that group. And I went to Ireland, Mexico, Jamaica, just helping build homes. You know, the typical things you do on a mission trip, you know, bringing people to the Lord. Hallelujah. Amen. Yes, I brought people to the Lord. But, you know, yeah, so I did a lot of missionary work. And then, you know, like I started traveling on my own in a group. Going to, my last trip was to Ghana. And I took that trip after I passed my boards. I was very proud of myself, as you know, you should be. You should be proud about yourself when you pass something like that. And I invited Tobias and we went together. I may insert some clips and see if I could, some pictures of when we went to Ghana. And it was just a life-changing experience. So Ghana was my last trip. I've been to like Puerto Rico, DR, so Ireland, Mexico, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, DR, Guyana, of course. Yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty sure, and like I've been traveling around the States too. Like I'm a traveler, and now I'm in Alaska. And what caused me to be in Alaska was that, you know, I've always wanted to be, guys, look at this. It's so thick. I'm going to put a little oat milk in here and see if it works out. I want it a little bit more smoother. So I've always wanted to be a travel OT. So when I was in school, I used to look at, you know, different careers and, you know, and seeing the benefits of it. I just like the freedom that travelers have, like no commitment, just typically you stay 3 months, you know, but because I'm in Alaska, it's 6 months. But, you know, it's been like, I don't know. I came here, I'm trying to use my words correctly because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I came here, so rewind. So I wasn't engaged. And I wasn't going to do travel because, again, I was engaged to someone across another country. And, you know, it takes a lot of expenses to be engaged. I was like 90 Day Fiance. Think about that. And I'll talk about that another video, but I kind of want to give you a background of why I entered Alaska and why I started travel. Always wanted to do it, but because sometimes like when we have this life expectations of, you know, or if like we're in a relationship, different relationships, we're like, oh, you put off what you want to do. So that's kind of like what I've been doing whole life, right? You know, you find yourself entangled in other people's like business, basically. So what happened with me was I was engaged and I wanted to be with that person at the time. So I kind of put off all my life goals. And now, you know, towards the end of the relationship, the only reason I started like, you know what, let me travel, because I thought about like, you know, with travel therapists, you're doing 3 months on and then you can take a break. So I'm like, okay, I do 3 months and then I can spend more time with that person, right? So I got to it, you know, and because Tobias lived here, you know, I was like, it will be easier for me to start my travel in Alaska. I know it's so far from home, but it will be easier for me to start in Alaska. So that's what brings me to Alaska. Out of all the states, anywhere I can go, this is why I came to Alaska. So I can actually be with my significant other at the time more and, also work on my dreams at the same time. But, so happens that I'm not with that person anymore, but that's another story, like I said again. I saw another question here regarding my dating life. My dating life. Hold on, let's put the cookies on the tray and we'll unpack my dating life.
Sweet girl pon side two-seater. It's a bon vibe, come make 'em fit Lolita. Hot body girl, she go ass and tita. Go what you want, my girl, consider. Why speak if you can sit my face? Pull up game, we go night, I spray. I put it in deep, you push it back my way. Don't make a wake, come make a taste, no lay. Sweet girl pon side two-seater. It's a bon vibe, come make 'em fit Lolita. Hot body girl, she go ass and tita. Go what you want, my girl, consider. Put it on top, girl, don't stop, but just get on your bum. Nasty, she love it when I come. Yeah, have this, so I put kids on her tongue.
We're gonna be eating some sushi I got from my local Fred Meyer's. Guys, Fred Meyer's is like a Target, y'all. Target of Alaska, okay? Where is my chopsticks? Let me get my chopsticks. Because you cannot eat sushi without your chopsticks, girlfriend. All right, got my chop-chops. Ooh. All right, so what's the dating scene like in Alaska? Where am I now? I am single, living the single life. Yeah. I'm single. I'm worrying about, myself, the Lord, and the Lord. I am tired of you guys out there. I'm tired of it. But no, I am getting to know my professional self. That was like my first relationship outside of not being a health professional. And I just feel like in this season, I'm learning to know again who I am, what I enjoy, and prioritizing that. And if someone comes along the way, amen. But I'm not searching right now. I'm not searching because I'm not in the season. I don't think that's my season right now. And I'm not, desperate for one either. That's where I am. And, the follow-up question was like, what is the dating scene like in Alaska? And I'm like, there is no dating scene in Alaska. None. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, my God. That's good. It has like a little cream cheese. Not my Bible. My camera's on my Bible. I don't want no food on my Bible. So good, so good. So, yeah, so the dating scene, no dating scene. Everybody here, just not my type. Put it like that, not my type. And again, I'm not looking for that. Not looking for that, not interested right now. Not interested, focusing on myself, my health, my well-being, and, healing, That's another reason too why I kind of am living alone in a space where, sometimes travelers would live with someone else, because to cut costs, because I'm in a stage currently of still healing, and that's okay, mental health wise, you gotta kind of put yourself first and worry about yourself. How can you be a therapist if you can't provide what your body and your mind and everything needs? You have to fill yourself before you fill somebody else. So, these are the things that I need to be comfortable and to think things through. So I have them, yeah. So, it's time to put my cookies in, guys.
I'm chillin', okay, I'm good. I'm chillin', okay, I'm good. I'm chillin', okay,
reload, running around in circles like donuts, running around the
Hey guys, so this piece of hair has been giving me the most problems. Stay down. Stand down, leave out. Got my coffee and my cookies are about done. I'm gonna go grab a cookie. Tasty. I'm gonna grab a cookie and then unpack the last question and we'll end for today. All right, hold on. This is the cookie. So, guys, taste test. Usually I don't put protein in this cookie, so I'm curious to know if it's gonna taste good. Let's see. I'm gonna call this the eating channel. It's more like a cake, but it's really good. I think I might put like another egg in next time, but it's definitely good. Okay, guys, so my last question is basically, what has been hard about living in Alaska? The snow. Guys, would you believe, I didn't actually put this out there, but I got stuck in the snow, honey, okay? Stuck in the snow, and neighbors had to come help me, and it was just a big mess. But the snow has been hard, but my tires that I have on the car are studded. So, you know, it's been helpful, but the snow, and I must say, it also bothers me sometimes to not see as many as African Americans that I would see in Philly, Jersey, anywhere. But, you know, it's not like a con, but it does sometimes bother me because sometimes you just want to relax and say, yo, or whatever. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I wouldn't say like it's a con, but it is something that I'm aware of. And yeah. So those are the two things. I did start planting to occupy my time. Well, I got some plants from Tobias, but I'm keeping them alive. So we're planting, okay? Let me show you my plants. Spider plant. I don't know what that is. I really got that the other day. And I have some over here. These potters I got at the thrift store. Look at that one. That one has like a little flower in it. But that's a spider plant. I'm not sure what that is. Not that either. But whatever. But I've been occupying my time with that. Zumba class. And going on trips. And day trips. And walks and hikes. It's been like a good experience. Again, it's been different. But it actually has been a good one. But yeah. It's been good. I don't know why I just ate that in the middle of my conversation with you guys. But it is what it is. It's been good. And one thing I like about Alaska is the slow pace of life. I can say this. When I am in Philadelphia, I shop until I drop. Is it an addiction? Maybe. I don't know. But since I've been here, I have not bought one thing over $20, okay? That's rare for me, okay? And a lot of people here thrift a lot. So I love like, you know, consignment stores and stuff, and I used to do that back home. But, you know, the thrifting, I'm in the thrifting era, and that's what I'm doing now. But I see that I am saving more because I'm not going to the mall all the time or buying from Shein. And Shein is so expensive now, but another story for another day. But guys, I want you to subscribe to this channel. If you're watching, you're new here, I am doing a series called 26 Weeks in Alaska. Can't even talk. 26 Weeks in Alaska. And it's just going to be like kind of documenting my journey. I created this YouTube channel initially because I wanted a YouTube channel. But I wanted a travel YouTube channel. And I became a travel occupational therapist. This is my first travel assignment. So I'm gonna have 26 weeks in Alaska. I am going somewhere else after this. I'm not telling you where, but stay tuned and watch and see where I go. But basically the 26 weeks in Alaska, you're just kind of watching and observing and traveling along with my journey, what I'm doing here while I'm in Alaska. And it's very important to me. Like, the channel is very important to me because I'm so far away from home, so far away from family and friends, and it's important that they stay connected with me. And this is a way that they can know what I'm doing and, you know, just have some piece of me wherever I am, right? But guys, if you are new here and this is something that interests you, or if you're an OT thinking of travel, subscribe to my channel. You'll definitely see a lot of things that a traveler would do. Not necessarily what I'm doing at work, right? But definitely what I'm doing on my spare time and my free time, and how I'm enjoying the space that I'm in right now, and how I'm adapting and adjusting, because every week it comes with its challenges for sure. And I'm just trying to make the best of it, you know? And I'm also, the YouTube channel will also show me, you know, if I'm living life, right? You know, sometimes we go through this life and we're like, you know, oh, you know, I'm going to go on this trip, and you never go, right? But the YouTube channel kind of shows me, oh yeah, I did run with reindeers. I did go ice fishing. So making sure that in my travel, I am taking advantage of whatever that city, that state has to offer. Guys, this is the end of my video. I'm done talking, guys. I'm done. But guys, if you are new here, do not forget to subscribe, like the video, comment down below. I would love to do a part 2 or part 3. Tell me what you want to know about me, and I'll definitely make a video about it. I want to create this community, this safe space for everyone. But till next time, Naturals. See you soon. Bye.